Hey, so I am finishing up the irrigation rerouting on this job that I'm doing, and right now it's 104 degrees out. It is so hot that the pipe is literally burning my hands. Okay, so I've got this 1-inch main line. So what I'm doing is adding some pipe for length. You can see the paver patio coming out a little bit further so that we're not have irrigation underneath it. Whenever you connect 1 inch, this is on a coupler or a T, or even reducing down from the 1 inch to the 1/2 inch swing, or Marlex, you're gonna want, or even 3/4, anytime. These are called Oedeker clamps. The reason why these are so important is because of the pressure coming out of the valve. If you don't have these on here, they're likely to blow off. The pipe will just totally blow off the coupler. These couplers are 1-inch male barb couplers, and then these T's are 1-inch male barb. And these are Oedeker pliers right here. And what you'll do once the pipe's on, see if I can get on there a little bit more, just swing it back and forth. My hands aren't very strong, so typically I just get as close as I can, and then which is pretty close. It's above the last barb is where I'll go. And I'm OCD, so I put the clamps on the same side. Right there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is come over here and do the same thing to this T here. So I'll take this off, cut this off, and reuse that T, put a new clamp on there. So when I take the Oedeker clamp off, I typically have a pair of vice grips. I've got multiple sizes of vice grips and channel locks. They're super handy in irrigation. But what that does for me is it clamps down without my wrists having to do a lot of the work. When you've been doing this for a while, your wrists will start yelling at you. Pruning, hammering, mowers, you name it. Like, your wrists just get beat up. And then I always have my my little blade here, box cutter. I love box cutters. I love knives in general. Box cutters are real nice. I have multiple box cutters. And then when I measure the pipe to put it on there, I want to make sure that I've got it right where it's going to go so that I don't cut it too short. You know, they say measure twice, cut once. So what I do is I measure 1 or 2 times, cut it a little bit bigger than what I need it, and then I cut it again. But I'm not, it's just the little bit. I kind of funny like that, honestly. That's just how God made me. All right, so come down here. Okay. We're going to reset that head. So where he's coming off right there, since this is the edge of the paver patio thing right there, I will make sure and... Come on, buddy. There you are. See, this is the swing joint right there. So that's a T, 2 mil barbs right there with a threaded reducer to a 1/2 inch. So 1/2" female thread, and then you've got a little swing joint majigger. It's a 1/2" male thread with a male barb right there, 1/2". That one doesn't reduce, it's like an elbow. And same with this one. This one's like same. So, and swing joint's also called Marlex. It's whatever you want to call it, kinda whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that's about where that's gonna lie. And then I'll come down and measure right about there. Right about here. Okay. And then I don't have a pipe cutter with me, so I've got my Felcos. And I'll just about right there. Nice and straight. There she is. Perfect. Now, here's the important part. Put your clamp on before you put it on the tee. That's also why I do a little bit of extra length, because my mind sometimes doesn't talk to itself very well. It won't remind me. So if I do that, then I can cut it off of there and I'll still have enough room to reach. Otherwise, you're looking for another piece of pipe, another coupler, more clamps, and then you got the whole thing ghetto rigged. So, okay.